Recap: Vietnamese Quidditch Cup 2019. By Keith Jones. The first ever Vietnamese Quidditch Cup (VQC) was held in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, the second city of Vietnam, on the November 10 weekend. Hanoi, the capital city of Vietnam, was the center of Quidditch development in the country when it hosted the Asian Quidditch Cup back in 2017, as well having the oldest surviving Quidditch club established in 2015, the Hanoi Draco Dormians. Nevertheless, Saigon, the second city of Vietnam, created history for being the host for the VQC, with Heap Nha Nguyen, La Tran Hoang Duy and Kim An being the main organizers in this fantastic event. The tournament followed the IQA rules with some minor changes, a 30-minute time limit of game time with snitch handicaps occurring every 3 minutes instead of 5 minutes. The one-day tournament consisted of 6 matches where each of the 3 participating Vietnamese teams would play each other team twice, and the team with the most wins would be crowned national champions of Vietnam. The schedule was 3 matches, lunch, then another 3 matches. While 2 teams played against each other, the third team would be referee team. Linh Nha Nguyen, Keith Jones and Camila Cortea were head referees. The 3 participating teams were the Hanoi Draco Dormians, the Owls Tigers United, the Owls Tigers, and the Saigon Dragonflies, the Dragonflies. The Dormians team comprised of 17 players, mostly from Hanoi, along with 2 mercenary players from Malaysia. Their colors were purple. It appeared that the Dormians would most likely be the winners as they were most experienced and oldest team in Vietnam with Team Vietnam players on the roster. The Dragonflies team comprised of 21 players, mostly from Ho Chi Minh City, along with 2 mercenary players from Hong Kong. Their colors were red and green. During the tournament it was likely the Dragonflies would be facing quite a challenge since they are the newest team in the country. The Owls Tigers team comprised of 16 players, with players from both Hanoi and Saigon, along with 1 Japanese-based player. Some of their players have been playing for a few years, while some are quite new. Their colors were black. The first match was the Dragonflies against the Owls Tigers, which started off evenly matched, but gradually the Owls Tigers started to outpace the Dragonflies, thus leading the Dragonflies to catch the snitch cold catch, earning the Owls Tigers a win. This resulted in a score of 90*-130. The next game saw the Owls Tigers against Dormians. Both teams were cautious at first, watching the other team, until they reached the halfway line before sprinting to score. Gradually, the Owls Tigers couldn't keep up with a freshly rested, ready, and alert Dormians team and lost that match 40-150*. Round 3 saw the Dragonflies and the Dormians square off. Just like the previous game where the Owls Tigers felt drained, so did the Dormians. The match resulted in heart-pounding stakes, with either side making or breaking. In a surprise upset, the Dragonflies seeker, Luan Min, managed to catch the snitch, and victory went to the Dragonflies. The underdogs had narrowly beaten the more established and experienced Dormians with a score of 60*-40. After lunch saw another round of 3 games, with the first being the Dormians playing against Owls Tigers. The stakes were high for this match as both teams already had 1 win. Another win would result with one of them being most likely crowned the champions of VQC. It was a very tight and determined match on both sides with chasers driving fast and beaters putting up a solid defense. It was also frustrating as with 2 snitch catches being ruled out as no good before the third one resulted in the Owls Tigers catching the snitch and winning with a score of 160*-80. Next was the Dragonflies versus the Owls Tigers, with odds of the latter winning this match despite them being tired from the previous match. It became a match of attrition as neither team managed to catch the snitch. The game ended when the 30-minute time limit passed with Owls Tigers winning with the most points, 130-90. That win sealed the fate that Owls Tigers were the winners of VQC. The last match was between the Dragonflies and the Dormians, which resulted with no snitch catch again as the game ended when the 30-minute time limit was up. The Dormians won with a score of 140-60. The final rankings of the VQC were Owls Tigers United, 3 wins, 1 loss, Hanoi Draco Dormians, 2 wins, 2 losses, Saigon Dragonflies, 1 win, 3 losses. The first ever Vietnamese Quidditch Cup generated a lot of hype in Vietnam. Heap Nha Nguyen, the tournament director, believes in the growth of Quidditch throughout Vietnam and sending a team to the United States for the World Cup. The tournament showcased the passion and commitment of the Vietnamese community. All the participating teams and the Merc players from Malaysia, Hong Kong and Japan enjoyed the first ever well-organized national tournament in Southeast Asia, as well as feeling the dynastic spirit of Ho Chi Minh City during the weekend.